What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm on here. I'm gonna talk about Fat Vegan. I partnered with a very dope individual, and we got a vegan Thanksgiving event happening in Atlanta, y'all. In Atlanta, it's one happening in Savannah too that I'm gonna be endorsing on Thanksgiving Day. But this particular event is gonna be November the 25th. Yeah, man. I was just sharing a little bit about the Vegan Friendsgiving, but before we get like all the way into it, I just kind of wanted like our folks to just kind of get acquainted with us, my folks get acquainted with you, and likewise and vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, for those who don't know, I'm Tanisha Niche. I am a women's wellness empowerment coach, helping them reclaim their health and fall back in love with themselves through daily habits, mindfulness techniques, also the plant-based transition. And I hold pretty much sacred containers for people to just show up in every single aspect of themselves. So I host retreats, I also do coaching, and soon we'll be doing an event with my man Clay over here. We're gonna be doing we got our little event that we're gonna be talking about today. But yeah, that's pretty much the most of everything. I'm from New York and now living in Georgia where we met in an event. So just constantly in the community and trying to show everybody this self-sufficiency lifestyle when it comes to health and wellness.
Absolutely. And just to piggyback on what you're saying about, I met her at an event, y'all. Homie Zay. She was putting together a wellness event, and I met you in your element, and it was dope. You put me onto an app called Teledipity, and I've been putting everybody on that, and we had like a really great time there. And when you was just sharing what you do, I was like, man, I need to connect with you because I got this thing called Fat Vegan, and I'm a lot of people's gateway to plant-based living, and I just felt like it'd be dope for us to connect and do something. And we had a couple meetings, and we finally was able to put the pieces together. But for those who aren't familiar with me, my name is Clay Hodges, born and raised in Savannah, Georgia. I'm a music artist, and I also do television and film. I did my first TV show, which is Fat Vegan. I had released the pilot episode today on Instagram in its entirety, so y'all can check that out on my page and on my Fat Vegan page as well. And I'm just honored to be in this space with Tanisha and be able to have the opportunity to collab with her. So again, we were talking and we was like, dang man, we gotta, figure it out. And it just happened so organically. Just us conversing about where we at in life and what some of the things we interested in. And then this whole idea of having a vegan Thanksgiving came about.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful how it came about, man. I loved it. I love just the chats and the thought, because we thought about a different month at first, and then I was like, nah, something feels right about Vegan Friendsgiving. You're like, I knew you were gonna say November.
Facts.
And I'm like, yeah, man. It just because that community, that family vibe, us connecting. That was less than a month ago.
Absolutely. It was. It's so crazy. It feels longer.
Right. Yeah, because when you just meet with like-minded people, we both vegan on top of that. Like there's just so many similarities, and that's what brings people together. The things that you have in common, and how you were talking to me about like you want to learn how to do certain things in the vegan food and the herbs and all these different things. So I was like, oh yeah, I geek out about that stuff all the time.
Right.
Then, you told me about your channel. I was like, oh, I think that this could be great for both of us. So let's figure out a way I'm trying to be more in this Georgia community. For those who haven't seen like my page, I did a wellness retreat out here in Georgia that was amazing for the people who showed up. And I'm like, let's do that again, but let's do that in a more turn up vibe, the way that I like to talk about things, but then also bring in that spirituality aspect. And that's when we came into alignment of figuring out what we're gonna do for Vegan Friendsgiving. Who doesn't want vegan food?
Right.
Because it's can have amazing Friendsgiving food too in the plate. Like the table gonna be scrumptious.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's gonna be Vegan Friendsgiving, November the 25th. It's gonna be a whole vibe. So we gonna come in there. We gonna fellowship. Well, so we got Mama's Vegan Cuisine. She's gonna be doing the food, right?
Yep. They're out here in Conyers, where I'm located, Conyers, Georgia. So it's really cool because we're bringing in the local community that's going to be helping support this event. And I love supporting small business owners. So yeah, her food, It's amazing. It's plant-based, so she's not really using all that fake processed meat, which I love.
There you go.
All I'm gonna say is her mac and cheese, she uses butternut squash. That's all y'all
Oh,
like you're gonna. Oh,
really?
yes.
I ain't never
And
had
it's
it like
yo,
that.
you can't even tell. You can't even tell.
With
She's
the
not
butternut
using
squash.
your butternut squash. She's not using the processed cheeses from the store.
Man,
Like that
look
tells you about the integrity of the business. And I'm only talking with people who are really about that and really are so passionate about the vegan lifestyle. And we're gonna have a spread. That's the best that I can say. The food will be good. The drinks will be good. It's gonna be really nourishing, but you're not gonna have food that makes you feel sluggish after.
Right. And so, is it confirmed? We can talk about the sound bowl. The sound. Okay. For sure, I'm really excited about that because I first got introduced to like using sound bowl meditation. I knew about it, but to actually experience it when I lived in California like 3 years ago, I used to go to this lady once a month, and she used to get me right. I'm talking about I used to feel like I was floating every time I left from her. And then when I came back to Savannah, you know what I'm saying, I had to find a practitioner out here. Mm-hmm. My homie Violet, the OG, you know what I'm saying, one of my spiritual moms, Violet, she be doing it. And when I go to her, I be feeling the same way. So like just sound bowl, and me being a music artist as well, it holds a really special place in my heart. So like I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. This year's been the first where I really intentionally went and got one. And Crystal, who's going to be the sound bowl healer, she did it at an event last week that I went to in the park. And I was like, oh, this is the first time that I did it around a lot of people and in person. And then I was like, oh no, we gotta, well, the second time, because at my retreat we had somebody, but it's different when you're a guest versus, hosting an event. I got to be zoned in. I was like, I need her.
No, facts.
And that's the cool part about this event is that, we're gonna play some games, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna eat good food, but we're gonna raise the vibrations. You're gonna get some healing work in here too, as well as this Friendsgiving. I think that's a beautiful gift in addition to the fellowship, like you mentioned, because we got something we're grateful for, so.
Right. Absolutely. Those are the three aspects that I'm really excited about. The sound bowl healing. Oh my gosh. The fellowship, because I love people. I'm just excited to meet like-minded people and for us to be able just to fellowship together. And the food. Oh, the food. As a foodie, I'm ready for the food. Then when you sent me that menu, I was like, yo, it's going down.
Y'all can't know about the menu yet, but it is going down for real. Like, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna have a good time. Like I did mention, we are gonna play some games too. So you already know how it goes down when Uno's on the table.
You already know. Whoever wanting to get buzzed is going down.
There might be friendship lost because I get a little competitive with the food, but hopefully the sound bowl healing gonna like get all that out of me. And we just want you to come kick. It's a kickback. Come kick back with us and vibe out during this time. It's Thanksgiving has its own thing, and I don't really, roll with that. But having this fellowship of people together,
right? And
that's what we just want to create this space for people to come through, share things that's going on in their lives. As we're going to also be talking about our plant-based journeys too. So there's going to be some plantation and why we're so passionate about this work. And then we're going to have some dancing vibes too. We're going to turn up a little bit with each other. We gotta have that. We gotta have that because it encompasses everything that I love, which is spirituality, wellness, and also enjoying people, like moving. Dance is a form of healing. So we definitely gonna be getting out there.
Tanisha, I wanted to get into your story of how you got into veganism and the plant-based lifestyle, because I feel like you got a really beautiful and compelling story, and I'll share my story as well.
We got so these niggas said where it's gonna be in Conyers, Georgia. DM me, I'll send you the Eventbrite link and come on through.
Yeah, and off of my post, I got the link in the bio on Fat Vegan and on my page. You feel me? Just click the link. We got the Eventbrite ready for y'all.
Yeah. Just DM us, and we in here. We're gonna have you coming through. I can't wait. But to get to what you just asked me about my story, so I started. I love it. I love the energy. Bring all the vegans through and my vegan friends.
Pull up.
They gonna enjoy this food for sure. Lituation. But my mom, she was diagnosed with having diabetes a couple years back, and she was taking all these different medications. She went temporarily blind for a couple of hours, and I was just getting tired of seeing how pharmaceutical meds, they weren't doing anything. The doctors did what they thought were best at that time, and I started learning about holistic measures. And I just decided to really take a chance, because at that time I knew nothing about the vegan lifestyle. I knew nothing about holistic alternatives at all. And I took my mom off of her meds. I started giving her natural herbs such as burdock root, and then also changing her and myself, because I was 30 pounds heavier, to the vegan lifestyle. And about a year and a half later, we did her blood work, and the doctor was like, I don't know what your daughter did, but you're now pre-diabetic. You don't need your meds. And it just showed me like, wow, we can reclaim our health just through what we're eating, through doing these detoxes, cleanses with the teas, and all this stuff is natural, and it costs way less than all these drugs that she was out here buying on a consistent basis. And so from then, that kind of, it kickstarted my journey, because like I said, I lost 30 pounds, and from there, I got my certification, and then I wanted to just continue helping people of color realize, like, look, they're killing us slowly. You don't know, in your foods, the McDonald's, all this fast food nonsense that people want to have on a consistent basis, like, it's not it. Leave that burger in your car and it's still gonna be there. That's not food, you know. And I started getting into gardening and making my own products. I make my own homemade air fresheners. I make my own body scrubs, oils, all these different things. And I want to show our people how they can do that too. We can be self-sufficient. We just gotta stop being lazy. And that was my thing. I was lazy at first. I didn't know. But once I got the education, it was like, I gotta continue on with this journey. And then it led to like my spiritual journey and wanting to be getting sound bowl healings, energy work. And now it's allowed me to merge this business into a women's wellness empowerment program and container that I hold for people. So it's special because it started with my mom. And,
right.
You know, that's my homie. So it's cool to see how it's taken its own lane. Like, you know, she was the beginning, but now I'm finding my own path as I continue to do my own deep healing spiritual work as well. So yeah, that's it. That's my story. How you
see? I love your story because it's just so beautiful. Like the love and the care that you have for your mother, for it to like inspire you to the point of looking for alternative ways to help her situation and yours, and like to see the results, and for you to develop a passion for it to the point that you are helping others with it. Like that's big. That's big.
Thank you, man.
And that's powerful. Man, I'm gonna go on to mine. I just want to do a quick check-in, man. What's up, everybody that's in the live, man? I appreciate y'all for tuning in with us, man. We sharing our vegan journeys, how we got to this point. We are planning a vegan Friendsgiving in Conyers, Georgia, November the 25th, which is a Saturday. We have the Eventbrite. Links in my bio. For all the folks that's connected to Tanisha, just inbox her. She'll shoot you the link. We're gonna make sure that y'all can get there. It's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be lit. So yes, y'all. But for me, my vegan journey. So I was going through my first spiritual awakening, and I just was looking at the world different. I was tapping into different aspects of myself that I wasn't quite used to tapping into, and I came across a guy named Dr. Sebi, man. And for those who don't know, Dr. Sebi was a healer. He's an herbalist who cured people diseases that were deemed uncurable. And I was really inspired by his lecture called Eat to Live. And when I saw it, it just inspired me to change the way I was eating and living, and the way I was even perceiving food. But I didn't stop then because I was hard-headed. I was being a Negro, you feel me? I still was enjoying the foods I was eating, and I was really big. I was over 300 pounds. And I still was living the way I was living, but the more and more my eyes were being open to this new way of living, the more and more it was hard for me to continue doing the things I was doing. So after a while, I just lost the desire to eat meat, and I just slowly just weaned myself off of it. and I just started cooking more. And my mom, she be throwing down. You feel what I'm saying? My mom be throwing down. So, and I still love those foods that she would make. So I would practice making them vegan. And I'm like the only vegan a lot of people around me knew. So like all this stuff was new, and then I was losing weight. Oh my God, I lost over 100 pounds. I was a whole different person. And everybody like, oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, I just changed the way I eat. I'm vegan. What's that? I just don't eat meat no more, you know? And people were so fascinated about what I eat. And that's what the idea of Fat Vegan came about, because I wanted to show people an alternative way of eating and living. So it started with me just showing people different vegan restaurants I would go to, and different things I was cooking. And then I had the idea, boom, this could be a television show. So I created the television show. We have the pilot. It's on. I put the whole pilot on my page, y'all. So when y'all get a chance, go look at the last post I just posted. You feel me? And we did the pilot. It came out really well. We in talks with different people about having it be placed in some places, you feel me? Which I'm really excited about. And it's just been a beautiful journey, man. I feel like God wanted me to do Fat Vegan, if I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Because it's like this whole journey about me even being vegan to how it led into that. And it's just been a beautiful journey, and I'm excited about it. And my journey even being vegan, oh my God, like I went from doing it I was like extreme. I lost a lot of weight. I didn't have the vitamins and minerals that my body needed.
Yeah.
So then I started being a fat vegan and eating all the unhealthy stuff. And then I gained weight again. And now I'm in a space where I'm starting to like really do it more so for the health reasons, you know? And I'm just really excited about it. You mentioned something about McDonald's. And if I can tell a real quick story that like changed my perspective on McDonald's and stuff, because I don't knock it, you feel me? To each his own. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? But when I was in high school, 12th grade year, this couple came in and they talked about the way we eat. And the guy, he had a stomach disease. And because he went plant-based, he was able to cure himself. And his body was able to correct itself from his stomach disease, and he ended up living. So him and his wife continued this plant-based lifestyle, and they got really deep into it. And they came to it was my football team actually. She came to us talking about nutrition. She brought out a McGriddle, and she was like, "Hey y'all, when do you think we got this McGriddle?" And we was like, "Man, you had to get that this morning." She's like, "No, bro, you had to, bro. You had to get it yesterday at least." And she was like, "Nope, we got this McGriddle 3 years ago." And we was like, "What? There's no way." She said, "I'm serious. I still got the receipt." And she was like, if it looks like this after 3 years, what do you think it's doing in your body?
Exactly.
And that just always had me thinking. And I was like, that is crazy. So flash forward, years later, I'm a vegan at this point. I go to this wellness event and I see this couple talking about nutrition. And then she pulls out a McGriddle and she's like, "Hey guys, how old you think this McGriddle is?" Everybody raised their hand. I'm excited. I want her to answer me. I want her to call on me so bad. I'm like the third person she calls on, because of course everybody's like, "You just got that. You had to get that this morning." And she called on me, and I said, "That McGriddle ought to be about 7 years old now." And she looked at me and she said, "How do you know that?" I said, "You came and talked to my high school class." She said, "It's the same McGriddle." And I was like, wow. It's like, it's the same McGriddle. I was like, wow, okay.
Because it's not real. It's not food.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
it's not.
I love that. I love that. So that's so dope that they had them come to your school to talk about plant-based nutrition. So shout out to your school, man, because that's not something that's really taught to us. You know, we're talking about
carbs, real
GMOs, this, non-GMO, that, but all this fast food that is quick and easy and inexpensive it's not food.
Yeah.
You know, and that's our babies and spouses, all our loved ones, period. And then we're wondering why, you know, they're having diseases. We're wondering why they're constantly sick, always having mucus inside their body. Yeah, we serious. Yeah, this is.
Yeah. Zo, I was just about to message you. Zo, same McGriddle, same couple. I actually got really cool with them, and she mentors me in the way, man. Miss Beverly Grayson, man. I love her and her husband. Yeah, bro. Same couple, same McGriddle. That job blew my mind. Like,
Yeah.
and the crazy thing is, I was too young to really appreciate what they was talking about, but they definitely planted a seed.
Yeah.
Because at the time we was like, well, what can we eat? Because they like, you can't eat this, you can't eat this, you shouldn't eat that.
Always
we like, well, what can you eat?
What can we eat? Like, there's so many other things.
Right. We was like, man, forget that. Well, we about to go to McDonald's right now. We was ignorant.
Yeah, but once you eventually learn, you know, when your mind is ready to take it all in, then the body don't follow. I love people still side eye people. I'm like, you out here eating this McDonald's, man? Like, still with all the education now that's out here, you can try something else. You know, there are little things that we can go out and there's just other stores. You don't have to go to the 5-star restaurant either for your vegan needs. Like, I can probably go to 7-Eleven, and it wouldn't be my choice, but I can still get some fruit. You know, I can get some juice from them or bananas, right? Instead of something else. That was a divine appointment. It sure was. It sure was.
Look.
Yeah.
It really was. It really was, man. And I'm thankful for that. Like, it's just God's planting little seeds in my life, and the things just always be coming full circle.
Yeah.
Again, like how me and Tanisha, man, and how we get into doing this vegan Thanksgiving is coming full circle. For those who missed it, I met her at a wellness event through our homie Zay, and me and her just was talking and chopping it up, and she was just sharing what she does, and she actually even led a exercise, right?
Yeah.
And when she shared what she do about helping people transition into veganism, I was like, we gotta connect, because I have this platform called Fat Vegan, and I'm a lot of people's gateway to veganism, and I want to make sure that we're doing it right, because you know, I'm still learning as I go, man. And I felt like in a way I led people astray with like highlighting a lot of like the fat vegan stuff, the stuff that looked good and cool, like the burgers and you know, and all that good stuff, which is like good to have, you know, every now and then, but that stuff can definitely blow you up, especially if you eating with the fake meat stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just felt like it was important for me and you to connect on something and just to share our stories and to share what we're doing and vegan Friendsgiving, man.
That's it. I'm excited. I'm excited for your platform too, because I know we've been talking about how to find a way to bridge the gap, right? Like besides, like ongoing, past the Friendsgiving, how I can best help support people who are your subscribers and your followers. So I'm excited to see what's to come. It feels like 2024 is going to be really beautiful for people of color who are wanting to transition to become vegan, and just showing them the different ways. Because you mentioned like having to process foods and gaining weight as a vegan, but I had the reverse. I was too skinny as a vegan about 3-4 years ago. Like, yeah, I said I lost the weight, and then I came to the point where I wasn't eating as much. And it was that like, well, what can I eat? What can I do? And I was also detoxing a lot. Like, once I learned how herbs can help us clean our bodies out, I was doing like 5-day fast here, 3-day here. And I'm like, I want to get all this stuff up out of my body because none of it is good. And you got to think about it like this. You know, if you're in your 30s, you've been eating like crap up until, right? So it's all that you got to get out consistently. So it's not just a one-time thing, which is what most people think, like, oh, I cleansed once and now I'm good and I'm holy. No, your body's still holding on to different things. And
that's real.
And so for me, it was like I dropped to, I think, like 125 after a while. And I was like a pencil stick. It's like, ooh, even my muscles kind of like shedded away a little bit. And now it's kind of like how you learn, like now I have balanced it out really well with, okay, I can have this type of protein. I'm working out because yes, vegans can build muscle. And now I'm at a solid weight where like I'm happy with where I am and how I feel in my body. When I use to detox. So I use a lot of different things to detox. This definitely would be a conversation you want to DM me about, because I can go very into this extensively, but there are a couple of different ways. Yeah, there's the water fast, which is extreme. You're not taking anything in besides water. You can do herbal detoxes where sometimes I'm using, it could be sea moss, soursop, burdock, There's so many different Cascara, Sagrada. Like, it really depends on what you're trying to target to. Like, are we looking for just weight loss? Are we looking for just the liver, your kidneys? Like, what is your intention? And that's where I merge the spirituality with when I'm coaching with people, because your why is what is the reason for you doing this is the most important part. And then we can figure out the rest. So from there, then you have smoothie detoxes as well too. So yeah, it all depends. But slide in my DMs. We can go into more in depth and just see what your needs are.
Right, absolutely. I want to ask you a question, and then we can like touch back on, ask him what's up, my boy, and we could touch back on this vegan Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
And we'll probably wrap it up after that. But when you lost your weight, did you have to like, how did people receive you?
Oof.
When I lost all my weight, people talk so bad about me to the point I gained weight on purpose, and I'm regretting that shit.
Yeah, so they didn't shame me, but it was like, Tanisha, damn, like you lost a lot of weight. Or we take a picture and then I would finally see it. I'm like, oh wow, like I have nothing. Like it's just straight. But in the beginning, I loved it because abs were popping, you know. So I'm like, nah, I don't care. Like I once I got my flat stomach, like I'm good. Like I'm looking good and everything. But then I was like, nah, I'm almost my college weight, and I love the slim fit, but this is a little bit too much. So I think it was just more than probably saying things that I was thinking, but it wasn't like, oh my God, like you look terrible, but it would be like, oh damn, like you're really skinny right now. And I was like, yeah, it'll take some time. And I was working out really heavy though too. Yeah. So this was COVID and there was nothing else to do. I was biking for an hour and a half, and I was running on the off days. Then I was working out. So that didn't help either because I wasn't getting the right nutrients inside of my body either. Mm-hmm. So you constantly learn on your journey. But yeah, no, people definitely did something. But certain family members were like, oh, you look great. So it was always like an up and down of what people said, but I had to feel in my body what I wanted. And at that time, it was what I wanted. Like I wanted to just be working out and be like super slim and just, like I said, have the abs and like the arms slim.
Right.
For me, I always had like bigger arms. And I was like, oh, finally, everything's trimmed. And then I came back around and I'm like, nah, now I want to gain weight. And it worked out because now I got to show people how you can gain weight as a vegan who's an athlete and works out all the time.
Right. Man, see, they hated on me, Tanisha. They hated on me.
That ain't the move.
Man, look, boy, they said I was sick. Bro, they said something was wrong with me. I done went crazy. They even said I was a clone.
What? No. Stop it.
I'm serious. People saying that I was a clone.
People so crazy.
They so right. Man, they hurt my feelings so much. People talk back, bro. I was walking to class one day. This girl I went to high school with was like, Clay, you don't look good.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh my God. Really? I feel great. Like, what you mean? Man, they hated on me so bad, Tanisha. Like, I had gained weight on purpose, man. Like, I knew the path I was going was going to make me gain weight, but I just kept going. I gained weight on purpose. But these folks talk about me so bad when I first went vegan, man. But I had to learn, man, it ain't about them. It ain't about what they think at all. It's about how I feel and what's good for my body.
That's it. As long as you feel good inside and you're happy, man. I know it's a tough world that we live in and people are always going to say something. But honestly, I've said this often, like, it's a reflection of what they wish they could do. People don't have, like, you had the discipline to lose the 300 pounds. You know how much work and ethics? People don't have that. And so when they're saying comments, it's usually because of something that's going on with them. But it's human, right? Like, we're going to hear that from our loved ones, and we do internalize those things. But people who have that, I call it like that get back mentality, you're eventually going to come back to yourself and be like, yo, forget these people. Like, I like how I look. And forget all y'all, because all you guys are sick right now. Like, you're not living the life that you want to live, or you're not sticking to what you've been wanting to do. So I'm proud for you for coming to that realization and now be where you.
And you know, it helped me too. It also helped me because just as much as there was people hating on me with my weight loss, it was people who were showing love. You know what I'm saying? The women was paying attention to me a little different. And and I was inspiring people. You know what I'm saying? People's like, oh my God, how'd you do it, man? Can you help me do it? And that felt good, you know what I'm saying? So the positive side of it was always great, you know?
I love that.
But it was all learning. But yo, for those who just tuning in and for those who gonna tune in after, we is on here sharing our vegan journeys and talking about our vegan Friendsgiving event, November the 25th in Conyers, Georgia. It's going to be a lituation. Tanisha, if you don't mind, break down the logistics and what we're going to be doing that day.
Let's start with food. You know, we're going to be having some amazing Black-owned business, vegan food. Love the support. It's going to be out here in Conyers, Georgia. We're having a sound bath experience that's going to be amazing for your mind, body, and soul. That's going to be a beautiful experience. We're also going to have some fellowship, some gratitude, some journaling for you guys. And then because it's a kickback, we're going to have the music and we're going to be having the games. Pull up if y'all about this Uno life. Also pull up if you're about some other games. We're going to have some others, but the Uno is going to get real serious. But overall, yeah, come for the vibes. You know, if you're someone who is vegan curious, if you are vegan, tell your friends. The link is in Clay's bio. It will be in my bio, but right now just DM me if you're interested to find out more details. It's on Eventbrite. And yeah, just pull up, come through, come be in community, come share your story and why you made the think about being vegan. We're also going to reshare our journeys and why the plant-based lifestyle is so important to us. And you can feel free to ask any questions as well. So yeah, I'm excited. Give them the date because I know I missed the date.
Saturday, November 25th, 1 p.m., 6 p.m., Conyers, Georgia. Vegan Friendsgiving. We gonna have the food. Mama's Vegan Cuisine coming through with the food. We got Miss Crystal coming through with the sound bath, and it's gonna be a situation up in there. You feel me?
Turn up. I feel like we dropping an album. Like, yo, pull up.
Yeah, we are. We are. You feel me? We on the album. It's the album rollout right here.
Yo, come through for the release, y'all. It really is. Like, if you've been wanting to be around the vegan community, this is the one that you want to attend. It's going to be an amazing space. Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited for the vibes, like high vibration vibes. If you've been looking for that, come through.
Man, for sure. Well, Tanisha, I appreciate you for your time. Thank you for hopping on this live with me. Thank you for everybody coming on the live and interacting with us and just listening, man. And again, man, we invite you to our event, Vegan Friendsgiving, November 25th. And you're going to be seeing more of it. We're going to be sharing it. We're going to be doing more content towards it as well. So you'll be seeing more of it. But just as an introduction. And again, just thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
This is a dope vibe. Definitely tag me on this one so I can repost all the things. And yeah, we're going to be back again. It's not going to be the last time to see our faces together.
For sure. All right, y'all. Until next time.
Peace out.
Peace.